Hey Chloe, do you know what time it is?
I don't know, but it's getting kind of late. The Kind of
Late
Late
show.
Show with Chloe and not Anna.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours. So as you can see, Anna is currently not here today, but don't worry, she'll be back hosting the show with me next week. But for this week, we have a very special guest host. This is my friend Kate. Now Kate, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, Chloe. Hi guys, my name is Kate. I am a freshman here at SUNY Oswego. My major is Mass Communications and Broadcasting, which I love so far. I'm from Binghamton, New York. I am a part of, obviously, WTOP. Normally, I'm behind the scenes on this show, so it's cool to be in front of the camera. WNYO and her campus. In high school, I played tennis and lacrosse, but that's pretty much it about me.
That's really cool. So what made you choose broadcasting and to come to SUNY Oswego?
I love the broadcasting program here. I had heard so many great things about it, and especially with so many great opportunities like WTOP, WNYO, and the Oswegonian, some of the really awesome media organizations here on campus. It was a no-brainer that I had to come to this school, and I'm super, super happy with my decision to come here, and it was a great idea, and I love this school, and I love all the people I've met, including you. But it's really pretty, and the lake is obviously very gorgeous. The cold is not the best, but you win some, you lose some.
Exactly. I honestly also really do love the broadcasting program here, and I'm really happy that I went with it because I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do like after high school. I was kind of confused. I flip-flopped between a few majors, but then I thought about it one night and I was like, you know what? I really enjoyed doing like the news in my middle school because that's the only school district that had it. Like my high school didn't have a news thing, and I was always there ready to do it in the mornings, even though if I wasn't like assigned to do it. And I'm so happy I went with that choice. I'm really happy with the program here. And WTOP, I love it. I love doing this. And I also really liked the campus and the location. I thought the town was like extremely cute, and I really loved just like the vibe of the campus. And I loved the lake. It is cold, I do have to agree. I'm not a fan of that, but yeah.
Well, I'm happy we both chose the same major and the same school.
Me too, because if we didn't, I would have never found out that she lived in Binghamton, which I consider to be upstate. And now you know the Kinda Late Show, we always have to talk about the difference between upstate and Long Island. So we're going to get more into that after this break.
This job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Major Discussions is the new show that explores the stories of students right here on campus. I personally came here to SUNY Oswego for the broadcasting program because I love to hear people's stories and to do work just like this.
Monkey.
About anything and everything going on in our lives and yours. So right before the break, we mentioned that Kate is from upstate New York and how I'm from Long Island.
Yeah, Chloe and I have talked about the differences so many times before, so we just have to share some of our opinions with you.
Now, even though we live in the same state, there are a surprising amount of differences between upstate and Long Island.
So honestly, I think we need to go over it again.
It's only right. So first, a big thing about upstate and like Long Island is the bagels, because you always hear about like the city bagels and Long Island bagels and how they're just better.
I have to agree. I didn't know what an egg everything bagel was until I knew someone from Long Island. They were completely foreign to me, and I didn't really think there would be that much of a difference between bagels from downstate and upstate New York. And then I tried an egg bagel, and my world was changed. Honestly, it was shifted.
Yeah, and it should be, because in all honesty, the egg everything bagel is the superior bagel. I personally, that is the one that I get. What do you usually get on your bagel? Cream cheese or butter?
Cream cheese.
And you're wrong.
For sure.
Just kidding.
Cream cheese all the way. If there's not an inch of cream cheese on a bagel, you're doing it wrong.
You say bagel a little differently too, I feel like.
Bagel?
I don't know, I feel like there's a little more of like, not like bagel, it's like
Like a bagel.
yeah, like you're almost saying like, you're like in between a bagel and a bagel.
Ooh, how do you
That's what
how do
insult
you
you-
say it?
Like bagel. Like I don't know why.
Bagel.
Okay, maybe there is a difference and I'm just hearing it wrong. But I'm a butter person on my bagel, to go a bit back to what we were originally saying. I don't like cream cheese. I like when they have the cool cream cheeses, like the strawberry cream cheese or like the one with the chocolate chips in them. But I can't do cream cheese. I'm all butter, 100% team butter.
Cream cheese allows you to really pick how you're feeling that day. I feel like if you go with like a chocolate chip cream cheese, you get, more of like a sweet, versus if you go with like a vegetable, you get more of like a savory.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could go with like the onion and like the
No.
nuh-uh, not the vegetable. If I'm gonna go cream cheese, I'm either gonna go sweet or none at all. I think I would prefer a plain bagel over like having cream cheese. But a roll with butter, that's perfection though. Like I'm all for the egg everything, but something about just
Egg everythings are amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
But do you know what goes really well with a bagel?
What goes really well with a bagel, Chloe?
A beach day. So next we're talking about beach days, and between like a lake day, because upstate you don't really have beaches, you just have lakes, and a beach day. I know I love every summer. You wake up a little earlier than you want to, and you go to the beach with your friends, you pick them up, and then you stop right before you go to the beach to a bagel place. And you get a nice bagel. And then you go and hit the beach, and it's just something about it. And then you wait, and then you sit, and you're not ready to go in the water yet because it's a little too cold, and the sun isn't totally blaring on you yet because it's only like 9:30 in the morning, 10 in the morning. So then you eat your bagel. That's like perfection. That is the life.
See, the closest beach to me is 3 hours away from home. I am a lake girl. I love going to the lake. I love going kayaking and being out on the dock. It's very peaceful. It's very relaxing. Don't get me wrong, I love a good beach day, but there's something about the lake and not having that sand. I don't like sand.
What? Okay, I get not to be completely honest, my car is like filled with sand.
Ew. that would
Like
drive me
especially in the
up
summer,
the wall.
because if I drive to, so there's the sound and then there's the ocean. I live close to the sound. I can walk there in like 10 minutes. But do you know what sucks about Long Island? Although we have the amazing beaches, we also have terrible traffic. So what's traffic like in Bing?
There is none. You will hit like parkway traffic, which is just like light to light traffic, but I've never been stuck in back to back to back to back traffic once. I don't even remember the
You're
last time I was
kidding.
stuck in traffic.
No, like there's sometimes like so much traffic on like the highway that you are almost at a stop on the expressway, which is like there's no lights. Why are you stopping? And even like when I would go to work, if it's busy, if you're going through like work hours, you're hitting traffic. And like that's why when I drove up here from Long Island back to school after spring break, and the difference between like the traffic upstate versus Long Island, like it's so weird. And there's so like I'm so used to it now, but it's like I saw the difference when my roommate like went to Syracuse and had to deal with traffic. I was like, this isn't this isn't even as bad. And especially when there's an accident, it's backed up. But what do you consider upstate? Because on Long Island, we consider everything above us, everything above the city, upstate.
I consider pretty much everything above the city upstate as well. I think it's just like the population balance between New York City and Long Island versus the rest of upstate kind of balances each other out. But there's so many people who will be like, Binghamton is not upstate. Even though I feel like to you, you're so upstate.
You are upstate. Like, this is upstate. Everything is upstate. Like, we would say when I would visit family, and I don't remember where they lived, but they were not, like, they're maybe like 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours away from us, and they were considered upstate. Like, this school from me is like 7 hours away. So being like 3 or 4 hours, we still called it upstate.
It's upstate to me too, but some of my friends who are from like literally the border of Canada will argue with me and be like, you are not from upstate New York, you are from central New York.
Yeah, I really didn't realize that people considered part of New York like Western New York or like central, because it was always upstate. Do you call Long Island downstate?
Yes.
Oh, ew. Gross. Why do you do that? But also with it being like just the population difference, you mentioned that, it's overpopulated. Long Island, like everything, there's so many people that live on Long Island.
Oh, I look at Snap Maps and Long Island just looks like one big suburb.
It's
like
a
you
cluster.
don't have any like farms or like
No,
areas of grass.
barely.
It's just like house. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
You guys, it's not like that?
No, not at all.
Like, yeah, no, it's pretty much, there's a lot of houses. There's a lot of people. Like, I hear people that come from like school districts that had like, oh, I was a class of like 43. I'm like, you were a class of 43? My class was like, we actually kind of were considered not like a big school, but we were in a small school. We had a class of like 200 and something, 230, which I guess I consider like average. Like, I didn't consider it big, but hearing people say that they were a class of 43, it's just, there's a lot of people on Long Island.
There are, and especially because Long Island and New York City and me are like connected as one.
Mm-hmm. And one thing, we always talk about like the differences, obviously. I notice this every time she says it. Last time we were talking about our candy, she pronounces, how do you pronounce a Reese's cup?
Okay.
Say it.
I don't think I'm pronouncing it wrong. I pronounce it as Reese's.
Wrong.
Reese's.
It's like Reese's Puffs, like the slogan. I don't understand. You know, it's okay though.
Reese's.
But I think slandering you for the way you say Reese's, because it's wrong, is a good way to end off this topic.
But don't be fooled, we'll be right back with more Upstate Talk right after this break.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Now, right before this break, we were talking about upstate, but don't worry, we're not done yet.
I don't know if some of you guys remember, but from our last Long Island versus Upstate episode, we made some of our friends try to pronounce Long Island towns.
And now it's Chloe's turn.
How the tables have turned.
So what I did last night was I picked out 13 different upstate towns that look confusing and definitely will be hard to pronounce as well. I'm going to put Chloe's skills to the test and let her have a taste of her own medicine.
I'm actually really scared.
Okay.
So the first one, Schoharie. She has to look at the pronunciations too, because they are hard. And there's a lot of places upstate, so I'd give her credit.
So your final answer is?
Schoharie.
That's correct.
Oh my God.
Schoharie. I have the pronunciations written down on my phone because some of these are confusing as well.
Yeah, okay. Next one is Canandaigua. Canandaigua.
That is very incorrect, Chloe.
Oh,
it is
really
pronounced Canandaigua.
Canandaigua. Oh, I should have said that because it's like Canada. Oh, that's really awkward, isn't it? Okay. Cheektowaga.
Also incorrect. It's Cheektowaga. Cheektowaga.
Cheektowaga. You know, I should have known. It's fine. That's fine. This is so much pressure. Ew. Okay, next one is Irondequoit. Oh my God.
Also very incorrect.
Irondequoit.
Closer. It's Irondequoit.
You know what? I got the ending kind of right.
You kind of, 50-50. I'd give you half a point.
This one, Coxsackie. Isn't that a disease?
It's, the Google pronunciation of it is, I think, Kuksaki.
Kuksaki.
So you are kind of there.
Really awkward.
Close enough.
Yikes. Okay. This one is my favorite. I'm so excited. Oswegatchie.
Yes.
I just love it. So close to Oswego. It's giving the same vibe. And then just like the ending, Gotchi. Oswegatchie. I like it.
That's a good one.
Okay. The next one is Scandinedles. Scandinedles. Final answer.
No.
Final answer.
Skinny Atlas.
That's Skinny Atlas?
Yes.
Why is it spelled like that?
I talk about Skinny Atlas with Chloe all the time.
Wait, that's Skinny Atlas? Why does it spell like that? We've talked about this before too. That's awkward.
I don't know.
Oh, that's really awkward, isn't it? Okay. Ephrata.
Afreda, I was
Afreta.
Afreta, I think.
Afreta. All right, it's fine. Neither of us know how to pronounce it. All right, Niskayuna.
Nope.
Niskayuna.
Nope.
Niskiuna.
Niskiuna, I think.
Niskiuna.
Niskiuna.
Okay, I see it. I kind of like that. Okay. Scatchacoke. Skate-a-coke. Skate-a-coke.
Close.
Oh, really? Okay.
Scatacoke.
So I was closer in the beginning.
I think you were.
Scatchacoke. I like this word. When I was filling it out, I was like, ooh, this is so fancy. It reminds me of like Claro. So Caro.
Yes!
Ah.
Yes, it reminded me of Claro too.
I was looking at it and I was like, this looks really familiar. It's the artist. Okay. Kanahari. Kanahawari. Because I know that J isn't pronounced.
It is.
Kanajohari.
I think it's how Google has it pronounced is Kanajohari.
Kanajohari. Why are you pronouncing the J? I mean, I guess that makes sense because like, why are we not pronouncing J's? But we never pronounce J's. Are you kidding? Okay.
And last but not least.
I love this word. Schenectady.
Yeah.
I know this one. I was just so excited. Schenectady. It's like low-key kind of nice. I like it.
I like saying it. It rolls off the tongue.
It does, and I love that for it. But that one was a good one to end it off on. They seemed a lot harder than the Long Island ones, to be honest. I knew I was going to struggle when I was looking at those words.
I'm happy you got to feel how all of your upstate friends felt last semester.
Yeah. I'm going to have to apologize to them. Speaking of apologizing, I am so sorry, but we're going to have to continue this conversation after the break.
Athletics. Aaron, there were 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups for
half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Welcome to Understood.org, a free online resource for parents of kids with learning and attention issues, with personalized recommendations, tools, and daily access to experts to help your child thrive. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Welcome back to the Kinda Late Show.
The show where we talk about anything and everything going on in our lives and yours.
Right before the break, we had Chloe trying to pronounce some upstate towns.
Or I obviously did fantastic.
I feel like we've talked about upstate too much.
I also have to agree. I think it's time to switch it up. So before Kate mentioned that you were part of WNYO and a radio show, so tell me about that.
So I have a show on WNYO called Kate's Corner. You can tune in Mondays at 8 o'clock on WNYO. And Chloe is my co-host with me.
Yeah.
So we have so much fun. And my favorite part about our radio show is that before the radio show, Chloe and I come up with a few key topics we want to talk about. And I feel like we talk about everything but our key topics. Like, we'll just go off on random tangents about literally whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I enjoy it. It's really fun. But tell me like how that pitching process was, like going about that.
It was a lot of fun. I had wanted to do a radio show for a little while, so I reached out to Chris at WNYO and mentioned that I wanted to do a radio show, and I got started right away shadowing. The shadowing process was a little long. It was 6 hours, but you had to learn all the buttons and how everything worked and how to cue songs and breaks and all that fun stuff. So I had to go through 6 hours of shadowing before I had to take a test and do an on-air test, and then here we are, however many weeks later, with a radio show, and it's so much fun.
Exactly. I really, really enjoy it too. And these are technically, me being like the co-host is like the shadowing hours, so we get to enjoy that. But like, what is something specifically that you like about the radio show?
I love how on the radio show we can just switch from topic to topic. It's kind of just like whatever pops into our head is whatever we'll start talking about. For example, last week on our show, we started talking about how warm it's getting in Oswego, and that led to one topic to another, and then we ended up talking about our favorite characters in The Office. And it's just fun how we can just literally talk about whatever. And it makes it really easy, and Chloe is a fantastic co-host, and she makes it easy for me to do whatever.
God. Stop it. No, I have to agree though. That's one of my favorite things, is being able to like talk about anything and just switch from topic to topic. I find it's like very easy, and it's nothing to really stress about, and then we always have something to talk about, and that's why I love doing it so much with her. But yeah, do you have any like ideas for guests in the future for the show?
So for guests in the future, since I'm taking Anna's spot, I only feel like it would be fair for Anna to come on our show sometimes. Maybe have some other cool people from WTOP come in and give us some more insight on the TV versus radio type of life and the different clubs and media orgs. I would just like to get whoever wants to come on the show can come on the show. We talk about whatever your heart desires.
Yes. No, I honestly, when she told me that she was having a show and she's like, do you want to be on it with me? I immediately was like, yeah, like, are you kidding? Of course I do. I was so, so excited. And one thing that we talked about was music. So with the radio show, you can put music. And I wanted to ask you, what has been your 2 like favorite songs recently?
So a song that I've constantly had on repeat for the last couple of weeks, especially over spring break, was Another Man's Jeans by Ash. One of my favorite songs at the moment. She teased it on TikTok and through her social media for a while, so we got to kind of get an idea of what it sounded like before she fully released it. And I love the song. I love the music video. She's fantastic. She does not have a bad song in her entire discography. She's amazing. But my other song I've been jamming out to recently is, of course, The Spins by Mac Miller.
So good.
My favorite. The Spins it's my favorite song, like, ever. But especially during spring and summertime is when I really start listening to it a little bit more, because it just gives me summer and spring good time, good vibes.
Yeah.
It's the type of song where when it comes on, my windows are getting rolled down, the
Good.
sunglasses are going on, and we're just cruising and enjoying The Spins by Mac Miller. But Chloe, what are your favorite songs so far?
So my favorite songs I've had on repeat is the song Brazil by, I think his name isn't it Denim, like something like that. Honestly, that's my bad for not remembering his name. But I've been so obsessed with it recently, and I just can't, every time I like open Spotify, I'm like, cue, and then I just play it. I heard it like, I know it's not new, but I heard it like right before winter break. And ever since then, like I heard it going to Greenport, because it's like a nice little kind of beachy vibe area on Long Island, and we were just going there for fun and to get like coffee. And it was just, that song played on my friend's radio, and I was just like, oh, okay. First time I heard it, add to the playlist. And ever since then, every single time, I'm just like, yes. And then the song Bittersweet, again, the way I don't remember the artist. But that's okay. I've also been listening to that, I think it's Greer, like G-R-E-E-R, I think that's who it is. But listening to that song on repeat, I don't know why, it's just itching a spot in my brain, and I was like, yeah. Every time I'm in class, like headphone in, repeating that song, and I just love it. Happy vibes. It makes me just feel like nice and calm, and I love it. And talking about your music before, The Spins, that's also one of my like favorite songs. I have that on like all my happy playlists, my summer playlists, and I remember during the summer, when I go to like Montauk for a week, I was playing that song with my cousin, just like dancing around at night, looking up at the stars. It was like the best vibe ever, and I loved it. And you were talking about Ash. I love her. I love her like Moral of the Story song and Save Myself. Amazing. Love those songs. But we listen to a lot of music. What kind of concerts have you gone to?
So this past fall, I was so excited. I went to 2 Harry Styles concerts. For my first one, I went and I was not in the pit, but I was probably like 6 rows back from the pit. So at one point when he was all the way at the end of the stage, I could like see his face so clearly. And it was so, I cried a lot. Tears came out. I was screaming, and I can't listen to any of my concert videos because it's me like screaming in the background. It's so ugly. I saw Harry again for Harryween. He was dressed up as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
Jealous.
Which was literally, honestly, I didn't know I needed it in my life until I saw it. It was life-changing.
I'm so jealous.
But I've gone to a bunch of other little country concerts. I'm
Ew.
going to see Zac Brown Band this summer.
I'm a country hater. Sorry.
I'm a secret country lover.
hater. It's
I'm
so
a
good.
secret country lover. But Chloe, speaking of Harry Styles and the One Direction world, you got to go see Louis Tomlinson.
I did. I saw Louis Tomlinson in concert. So it's kind of like she saw Harry, I saw Louis. As much as I would love to see Harry, Louis' concert was much cheaper, and I also listen to his music a lot too. So as much as I wish I could have gone, I got to see Louis. It was the best thing. I told you guys about that last episode. But again, best concert ever. I took off the bracelet though. I know Anna slandered me. She was like, ew, how dare you wear that for that long? And then I took it off because I was embarrassed. So, but it's still, I still have it. It's just with my like concert stuff and like my Louis picture. That's
your
signed.
memory. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love him. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to see more concerts in the future, and I'm very happy that I got to see Louis. I hope I get to see him again, and maybe one day I'll get to see Harry.
Maybe. But thank you guys so much for watching.
If you want to hear more of Kate and I, you can check us out on Monday nights at 8 p.m. on WNYO 88.9 Oswego to hear us on Kate's Corner. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow us on Insta at WTOP Kinda Late, and from there you can follow us on other platforms.
Stay tuned every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. for the Kinda Late Show.
That was very, we have to do that one more time. Are you ready?